we start or should we wait for someone else? Hello? I cannot hear anyone actually.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yep, it's audible.
Okay. Okay, then let's start. So let me share my screen. Uh, can you give the permission to share the screen? I'm not able to share. Okay. So let me give you my introduction. Okay. So my name is Gagan. I have around 9 years of experience in Salesforce development. Currently, I'm working from London, and so I have worked in Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Community Cloud, Velocities, and the CPQ part. So in the free time, I used to basically give the training and support to the Salesforce folks. So today's agenda is to give you an idea about the Salesforce admin and what could be the course that you will be studying if you're taking this course. So I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Hello, am I audible? Can you please say yes or no if you can hear me? Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Just a second. So yeah. So I hope you can see my screen. So initially, before starting this session, I would like to know about your background, like what is your experience and what you have done in your graduation, and what you are expecting from the Salesforce. Like you want to become a developer, or you just wanted to be started your career as an admin or BA. So can you start, please, so that I can know your background? Can you start with Manikaran? Manikan? Manikant, sorry. I think you're on mute. Oh, Suman, can you please start giving your introduction? Like, what is your background? Do you have any coding background or not? Yes, no, maybe. Hello.
You are audible, sir.
I'm saying, can you guys give your introduction? I mean to say, I would
Yeah,
like to know what is your
can I?
background. Yeah,
Can I?
yeah, please.
Yeah, my name is Mohammad Arshan Ansari. I belong from Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh, and I have completed my BTech in civil engineering in
Okay.
2019. After that, I have worked in a Baiju as a pre-sales associate. But I have also seen the playlist of the Salesforce as well as completed my trailhead profile also in the admin part.
Okay. So like your long-term goal is to become an admin or a developer?
Yeah, it's a developer because the admin job is not there in India. But I
Uh-huh.
want to ask something that I have studied Java in class, I think 11th or 12th. That my background is from ICSC board. So
Mm-hmm.
I've studied there, but I didn't remember right now. So can you please tell me that can I revise Java, then come on the
Yeah.
developer part, or I can
We'll
start?
discuss. We'll discuss at the end. I will like this presentation will resolve most of your queries. And
Sure, sure,
can I
sure.
start
Okay.
with Aishwarya?
Yes. Hi, I'm Aishwarya. I'm from Mumbai
Okay.
and I'm currently working at Times of India as a IT procurement manager.
Okay.
But looking career growth in Salesforce admin. But as told like Mohammed, there is a no growth in admin part in India. So I just wanted to know, is it correct or not? That's why I joined here.
Okay. So the thing is that there are some jobs in Salesforce admin, but the pay scale is not good as compared to the developer. So if you want to basically want the handsome salary and you want to see a good career path in Salesforce, then either you should choose Salesforce BA as a career, business analyst, where no coding is required, or either you should move to the Salesforce development. So if I talk about the Salesforce development, it's not like that you have to write down the code. I know there are some people who don't have any background of the coding and they don't know anything, right? They never studied C language in their graduation or in the 12th class. So they basically afraid how we will do the development. So in Salesforce, they have make the ecosystem in such a way without writing a piece of code, you can basically complete the functionality, you can achieve the task. So it's not like that, like I'm from commerce background, so I cannot do the development. So the answer is yes. If you are just on Salesforce admin, it's very hard to get the job. But if you know the Salesforce admin and your communication skills is good, and and plus if you can add the BA skill, business analysis skill, then you can also, I mean to say, progress in the Salesforce. And the BA career is also very good. Okay, who's next?
Okay.
Next, yeah. So
Yeah.
I will show you like what are the tools we can achieve the development. Praveen,
Hello.
yes, Suman.
Yeah. So I'll go. I have almost 4 years of experience, and currently I'm working as a Salesforce Marketing Cloud developer.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and I'm currently in Ireland. So yeah, that's my background.
So you're working on Journey Cloud and all, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Email Studio, Automation Studios,
Okay.
and yeah, all those things. Yeah.
So you wanted to move. I mean, I didn't get you. Like, why you wanted to learn admin then?
Yeah, so I have worked on I want to refresh. I have worked on admin, but I want to refresh my admin part because it's been almost 2 years that I haven't touched admin. So yeah.
So you don't work on profiles, permission sets, users, Lightning
No,
Flow, no?
currently I don't. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay.
because it's marketing cloud, so all the
Uh,
tasks related to that. Yeah,
no, I worked in marketing cloud with LWC, so we were working on all of the things. Okay, it's maybe
yeah,
the client is specific.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, fine. So, okay, yeah. Anyone else who want to give the intro?
My name is Praveen. I'm basically
Okay,
from Hyderabad. So
okay,
I have over 12 years of experience into IT. I started my career into SaaS, statistical analytical systems.
okay,
Not the core statistical, but the ETL part. So I'm basically a developer, and then did some testing, and then moved to admin. So I'm working on SaaS administration. But as
okay,
I came to know that Salesforce is booming up, and I need to upskill. So
okay.
that's where I joined this demo to continue
Uh,
to continue as a sales to learn Salesforce and to continue as a Salesforce admin. But I do
okay.
hear that marketing cloud is also has a lot of boom. So I'm just confused whether
No, not
I'm
only
ready or not
marketing
to
cloud,
move to the
like
Salesforce
you
admin.
have you guys ever heard about Velocity? Velocity, like you don't have to write down a piece of code. It's like a configuration. You have to just point and click. And Velocity is also booming here in UK as well. Like the companies are not able to find out the resource. So actually, I'm the Velocity developer plus Salesforce skill set I have. And even in my project, we are looking for Velocity developer. We are not able to find out. So there are number of clouds I'm going to discuss in this presentation. So initially, we should know what is the Salesforce. I think we all are aware it's a CRM tool, right? The customer relationship management. What does it mean? So let's suppose that I'm running a company and I wanted to basically create a tool or portal where I can basically mm, uh, capture all the details of the customer so that I can make a relationship. So let's suppose that I'm a company who's selling the car, okay, and whoever basically bought my car, I wanted to make a relationship with those customers, like for the services, from the services to the like any kind of issue he's facing in the car. So whenever he's coming to my showroom. So I should have all the records, right? So initially it was like just a customer relationship management tool, but now they have basically acquired so many companies, and now it's like a mix of so many clouds. So if you are a banking, you are from a financial institute, and you wanted to implement some financial stuff, you wanted to basically create a financial portal, so they have the financial cloud. If you are from like an automobile sector and you're doing some manufacturing, and there's a calculation based on the plant, or like the manufacturing things you wanted to configure, so they have created the manufacturing cloud. So there are a number of clouds they have now configured. So it's not only CRM tool, it's like way more than a CRM tool. So what is a multi-tenancy? So one first thing in the Salesforce, when we talk about the multi-tenancy, Salesforce works in multi-tenancy. You might heard from so many people, right? So we have single tenant and the multi-tenant. So multi-tenant is like there's a single cloud, single database, and we are sharing with 3 or 4 people. I mean to say, like, I have a Wi-Fi, and the same Wi-Fi we are using, 3 to 4 people are using the same Wi-Fi. Okay. So similarly, let's suppose that there is a server where all the data is getting stored, and in the same server, we all are basically same server we are using. All the 3 people are using. You can see the diagram, like customer one and customer two. All the data is getting stored in the single database. That's called the multi-tenancy. Most of the interviewer used to ask, what is multi-tenancy, and people fail to give the answer. So that's the multi-tenancy, means there's only one database, and all the companies are using the same database. I mean to say, the Salesforce, let's suppose, giving the solution to 3 bank, SBI, Yes Bank, and IDFC First Bank. So they are maintaining the customer data, they are maintaining all the things, all the stuff, but it's at the end it's getting stored in one single database. So that's called the multi-tenancy. This is actually theoretical stuff. I don't believe in the theoretical stuff, but still, you should know Salesforce works on multi-tenancy. Means single database, all the data will get stored in the single database. So now, if we talk about the clouds, so Salesforce have n number of clouds now. So many clouds. You might heard. So one girl has already told us that she's working the marketing cloud. So if you wanted to get the marketing stuff done, then you can basically you have to take the marketing cloud as a license.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
any question? Hello. Okay. So if you wanted to implement the service cloud, so service cloud is like I'm a seller of a particular laptop. Okay, I sell my laptop. After the sale, they are facing some hardware issue, or they got some faulty product. Okay, now they want to raise a ticket with my company. They wants to basically they just called us to customer representative and say like my laptop is faulty and I wanted to get it repaired. So all the system, like a case should be get generated automatically, right? And then the same case should be assigned to a person who has a skill set to fix the hardware issue. So I'm the gagan, I have the software skills, I don't have the hardware skills. So I want to configure the pipeline, so as soon as a case is get it generated, it should automatically assign to gagan, because I have the software skill set. If it's a hardware issue, then it should assign to shaker, because shaker is a hardware developer, hardware engineer, right? So we have the service cloud for that. We have sales cloud to capture the sales end cycle, opportunity, leads. Okay, and then we have the experience cloud. Experience cloud is to basically build the portal, a website where you can host anything, right? And then we have analyticals cloud. Commerce cloud is for basically e-commerce website like Flipkart, Amazon. You wanted to make a e-commerce website. So we have n numbers of cloud. This is the major 6 clouds. And if I go to the next slide, you can see we have n numbers of cloud. More than that, we have velocity as well. I didn't mention here velocity. So you can see we have IoT cloud, manufacturing cloud, financial cloud. For if it is a university and wanted to implement uh, the education kind of stuff, so we have the education cloud. If there's a company who's working on non-profitable organization, then we have the non-profit cloud. And for healthcare, again, we have the healthcare cloud. So what is this cloud all about? So what they have done, Salesforce guys are very smart. They basically created one package and they basically targeted a particular segment. So let's suppose that you are from the bank, okay? You're from the SBI, and you wanted to implement, you wanted to adopt the Salesforce, and you wanted to use that technology. Well, what they have done, they have basically pre-built all the functionality, Like if somebody is coming to the bank and wants to open the current bank, so they already build the functionality. Like they don't need to spend the time. They don't have to pay to the developer. Everything is pre-built. You just have to you just have to like give less time to basically get your job done. Similarly for the manufacturing cloud. So that's why nowadays Salesforce is at the boom. They're providing the pre-built solution. Okay. Similarly for the vaccine cloud, they recently during the COVID they created the vaccine cloud. So Salesforce is ocean, to be honest. So if you're thinking I will just study the admin and then I can go. You can do the admin job, but in hardly in a one company it's required 2 to 3 admin. That's it. But the role of development is major in Salesforce. That's the one of the thing. And the BA, business analyst. So if you wanted to become developer and BA, yeah, admin is a prerequisite. So you should know the admin first, and then only you can move to the development part. Any question till now? Okay, I'm taking it as no. So when we basically log into the Salesforce, okay, so major thing in the Salesforce where the data get all the data get stored. So we have object fields and records. So like whenever we basically open the Excel sheet, whenever we open an Excel sheet, right? So in the Excel sheet we have columns, we have rows, and we have the data, right? So let me just open my org. Give me a second. So for the hands-on, if you wanted to basically do the hands-on in Salesforce, it's all free. So I hope you are aware of the trailhead. You have to just go to the trailhead and you have to create your account, and then you can create uh, the playground or a scratcher. Hmm. So here you can see this is a scratch org I have created just to basically play with the stuff. This is actually a velocity playground. You can see the Omni Studio. This is the application. Okay. So I am just going to the setup. And if I go to accounts, account is one of the object. So here you can see this is an account. Okay. And I wanted to discuss what is the account field and sorry. So I wanted to discuss what is object fields record in Salesforce. This is a major thing. This is a basic of the Salesforce. Like this is a, I mean to say, foundation of the Salesforce. If you don't know about this, that means you don't know anything. So I mean to say, whatever the data you wanted to store is basically get stored in the records. And we have object and fields. So when like when we create the Excel sheet, we basically create a particular Excel sheet where all the data for a particular things. So that particular Excel sheet here in Salesforce we call as an object. And the column is nothing but the data for what particular things I'm storing the data. Let's suppose a name. I wanted to store the name in an Excel sheet like Gagan, Gaurav, Neha, and then I wanted to store the email ID, right? Whatever the email I want to share in the particular column, and then the salary and all, and the destination. So this all the columns is in Salesforce we call as an fields. And a particular record. So Gagan, particular row you can see. So this is particular row which is specifically for Gagan. There is a person called Gagan. So this is a account named Gagan. So this is called as a record here in the Salesforce. So you can see test one is nothing but it's a record, and account name, account numbers, similar to this Excel sheet, name, email ID, and salary. These are the columns. This is also the columns, account name, account number, and account owner, status. These all are the fields. We can say the column of the Excel sheet. And this account is a whole Excel sheet where we are basically storing the data. And this is test one is a record. Similarly, we can create number of records in the Salesforce. So if I want to create a record, what I have to do, I have to just click new, and I have to choose what kind of account I wanted to create. Just a second. And you can just give the column name. Similarly here, I have given. So I can give my name, Gagan. I can give the status. I can take give the SLA, anything information you wanted to fill. So some fields are mandatory, some fields are not mandatory. So you can see there's a hashtag here in the account name. So account name is mandatory and other fields are not mandatory. So I can just go ahead and click save. And if I will just go to the accounts, I will be able to see the record Gagan. So this is actually the normally the stuff object fields record. And this is how we basically store the data in the Salesforce using the object. So any question till now? Yes, no, maybe. Oh,
No.
okay. Somehow I'm not able to move in the slide. Just a second, please. Um, um, I'm not able to move. Can someone open this PPT for me if I can mail, because I'm not able to proceed because in my laptop I don't have the PPT. Mohammed, can you open a PPT for me if I mail to you? Or I can open here, I think. Yeah, I can open here. No worries. Actually, I'm working the MacBook in my company and this is my personal laptop. I'm not installed the PPT. So that's why I just created this yesterday. Sorry for that. So we have discussed about what is object uh, field and record. So this is nothing but, so object is nothing but like a particular Excel sheet where we store the data, and fields are the columns, and records is basically the row where we store the data. And this is, you can see we have recently created the Gagan as a record, right? And if I just go here in the app launcher, and if I wanted to see what all the records has been stored, so you have to just go to the app launcher, this 9 dots called as an app launcher, and from here you can open any of the object. If I wanted to open the contacts, you can just search the contacts. Okay, so here you can see the Gagan has been created. So this is nothing but this is one of the record, and account is the object where I'm storing the data, and status, account name, account number, account owner, this all called as an field. Okay, so now the question arises, if I wanted to create a new object, how I can create the new object? So to create the new object, there's a gear option here in Salesforce we call as in setup. So if you wanted to create any object, any field, any page layout, so you have to go to the setup first here, and then you have to go to the object manager. And here in the object manager, you can create any object, any field you can create. So let's suppose that account is already there. So these are the standard object. So, okay. So some of the object is coming out of the box from the Salesforce. I mean to say, when we will get the license or we get the package, some of the objects are already there, and some of the object that I wanted to create by my own as per the requirement. So let's suppose that banking industry want to create uh, let's suppose that application as an object, right? So application is not there out of the box. I mean, the Salesforce has not provided the application as an object. So what we have to do, we have to create it manually. So to create the object, we have to go to the setup, and then we have to go to the object manager, and then here you can see the create option. You can just click custom object. So here you have to give, so let's suppose that I wanted to give application as a name of the object. Okay, and I'm not filling any other information, just to give you the demo. Okay, application. So you have to give the plurals of this as well. So here you can see the application object has been created, right? If I go to the object manager again, and if I search application, so you can see the applications now. And one of the major difference, if you wanted to basically differentiate the custom object and the standard object, in the API name, in the API name of the object that you have created will be under C at the end. That is a major difference. So it's also an interview question people used to ask. What is the major difference between standard and custom object and how you can differentiate? So basically underscore CS used to get append at the end of the name of the API name of the your object that you have created. So if I go to the application, sorry, account. So account is out of the box, right? I didn't create. So there is no underscore C, right? So this is the major difference. And now inside the object, you wanted to create the field, right? So this is the field account name. If I wanted to create account email ID, right? There's a requirement. I wanted to create a new field, kind of new column, right? Uh, kind of new column. Like there's an email ID. I wanted to create another email ID, like the personal email ID, one more column. So how I can create the column? So what you have to do, you have to just go to the setup object manager. You have to search the object. You have to go to field and accounts, and then you have to create new, click new. And then we have n number of fields. So, okay, so field could be of date time. Let's suppose that in your Excel sheet, you just wanted a user to give a date, like at what time he's coming to the bank, at what time he wants to book the appointment, right? You just wanted to restrict that particular field as a date. So to restrict that, we have n number of type of fields. If I will just choose the date, you will only able to provide the date data. We have date, time, email, number, phone, pick list. Pick list is a select element. So let's suppose that you wanted to just take the input from customer as an in form of yes and no. Let's suppose that are you willing to proceed with this application, and the option should be yes or no. That's it. So you have to choose a pick list. We have multiple pick lists as well. You can choose yes, no, maybe, or like the cities, right? The location, your preferred location, or the bank branch, right? Like in Delhi there are 2 to 3 branch, and you want to give the preference so that you can select the multiple location. So you can use a multi-pick list. For the text area, you wanted to give the description of particular thing, like it should be more than of 255 characters, so you can just use the text area. Now there's another requirement, the text is very long, more than 255, then you should use text area long. So we have n number of types. You wanted to show the URL, so you should create the field of URL type. So this is how you can restrict. So let's suppose that I'm choosing date, and I'm clicking next. So I'm just giving, oh, is it? So I'm giving the date like preferred date. Next. Next. Save. So if I go to account, refresh. So you can see this date has been added in the layout, right? And this is just a date kind of field. I cannot add the text. If I want to add the text, I cannot add. It will not save even if I'm adding the text. So it's giving me the error, right? I only have to provide in this format the data. So this is how we can get the field. So without wasting time, we have only 10 minutes left. So maybe in the next session, we can choose some other platform to join, to connect. So this is how we can create the new object and record I already discussed with you. And so now to start the admin course, so we basically required an access, right? The org access. So Salesforce basically provide the free access, the trial version. And if you have created the trailhead, you can basically directly create your org particular cloud, whatever the particular cloud you want to study. You can just go to the trailhead, and then you can check. I can open my trailhead and I can show it to you. Um, logged in. Trailhead. What? So this is my Trailhead account. So maybe you guys are planning to do the certification. If you have heard about the benefit of the certification, so you can see whatever the certification I have completed. I can just see. I can just go to my profile and I can see how many certification I have done. So here you can see I have done the 17 certifications from my company, and I have 92 batches. Actually, I don't give much time nowadays. I'm not getting time to complete the batches and all. So this is my profile, and there is one hire button as well. Like I have not enabled, I think. So if somebody wants to see your profile and want you to invite for the interview, they can basically directly invite you. And this is my Trailhead account, and you can basically do the hands-on easily. So what you can do, let's suppose that I can wanted to search some Trailhead. So let's suppose that I'm in the learning session. Okay, here's the trail. If I wanted to learn admin, I can just search admin. So see, this admin beginner is a course at admin intermediate. So you can just go to the admin intermediate, and then you can just start doing this trail. And once you will complete this trail, you will get some badges, and in your profile it will get added. And at the end, you can see I already created the org. It's not showing. So you can see there is a hands-on org right at the bottom. So here I have just created a number of orgs. I have to just click launch. It will navigate to my org. So you can see in the YouTube, it's hardly take 5 minutes to configure all of this thing. So I'm not investing much time. So here you can see I've been navigate to my org, and here I can do my hands-on. So for basically to create the Salesforce access, we must have the profile, role, and user. So as we have very less time, I will discuss maybe in the next session. Okay. So as I told you, in Salesforce, we don't require to do the coding all the time. We have basically some automation tool which require no coding. So you can see this is a lightning flow, right? So here we have just drag and drop the element in the lightning flow. And this is basically kind of automation. So what kind of automation is this in the screen? So let's suppose that they are some kind of users, and they're approaching a particular date. Let's suppose that there's a date field in the user, and they're approaching that date. I mean to say, I'm approaching to my date to complete my service of the car, and I wanted to create one system in the Salesforce. As soon as I reach 48 hours prior to that date, I wanted to send the notification to the customer to remind them, like after 2 days you have an appointment. You have to basically get your car serviced, or you have an appointment of like AC repair, whatever the configuration you wanted to do. So this configuration has been done using the lightning flow without any code. So if the people have any fear, like I cannot do the code, so that's not the point. You can do the development without code as well in the Salesforce. So I already discussed about the trailhead, how the trailhead works. You have to just go to the trailhead, you have to make your account. And even if you wanted to done some certifications, then you have to create the trailhead account. So it's important if you wanted to continue with the Salesforce, and you can basically achieve the badges. And in the interview also, basically interviewer used to ask how many badges you have. So it's a plus point to have the trailhead account and studying there. So this is the Salesforce admin course. Like if you will continue with this course, I will just discuss about the security and data access, managing data, automations, different apps, app launching, and what are the fields, reports and dashboards, and some other stuff like the group and public groups. I will just study. So another thing I would like to discuss. Do you guys aware of this journey to Salesforce program? What is this journey to Salesforce? So Journey to Salesforce is actually a program initiated by Salesforce to basically help the people who wants to become a developer. and it's basically free of cost. So there are some set of tasks you have to complete, like the coding task and some theoretical tasks. So once you will complete the task, they will give you free $200 PD1 certification vouchers. And once you will complete that program, you will get enrolled in the job fair, when the company like Deloitte and some other big four company used to come, and they basically hire from that job fair. And they will also give you the t-shirt and a goodies and reward. So if you are not aware, you should also start the journey to Salesforce. This is free of cost. I know some of the people are not aware of this. So you can go and check this. And if you wanted to see some other videos, like how I basically used to teach and some other stuff of Salesforce, you can just go to my YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel I just created 6 months back. And you can just see, this is the For Sales, the name of the channel. So that's it. I think we have very less time. I think the call is about to end. We have only 2 minutes. Any question or something? I can just take here now.
No, thank you very much. Thanks for letting us.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there will be any project or anything that you will be providing in this course, or
So basically, the thing is that after completing the course, I will add two things. First thing is the interview question. Since I have huge experience, I have almost 9 years of experience. So I know
yeah?
I have some, sorry. So I have some set of questions that people used to ask in admin. So I will just discuss those interview questions, and I will discuss two admin project, and after that I will give you task to complete by yourself. So this is how I'm
Okay.
planning. Yeah.
Okay. And for how many days this course will be? Like the duration of this course, what
So
will
it's
be?
depend if you are choosing the weekend course or the weekdays. So I'm in the weekdays, I'm actually not available. I have to basically commute to my working location from the London.
Yeah.
So I can give 2 hours in the weekdays. So it will take around 1.5 months if we
Okay.
basically, yeah, if
So
we want to complete all the things. Yeah.
okay. So after every class, will you be providing any homework or any task, or how you're thinking?
Yeah, actually, I believe on the practical thing. We have only 1 minute, okay, in this call.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, I believe in the practical thing because I'm a developer. I don't believe in the theoretical things. I just prepare this PPT yesterday, okay, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I basically believe in the practical thing. So after just completing one thing, I used to give the task. I'm also giving a
Okay.
training to one velocity developer. So I basically believe in the practical thing. So that, yeah, definitely after
Okay.
every session, I will share the task to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the call is about to end. So you can basically inform the